Well, hello there, Cancer. Welcome to Private Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about November. This video will be all about the overview. So we're going to have 4 columns of cards and 3 rows as per usual, where we are, what's blocking us, what our solution is for each of the 4 weeks. And then we'll go in depth at the very end on the first week, which is going to be the 2nd through the 8th of November. All right. I really want to thank you all for your likes, shares, and subscribes. You really are wonderful people, and I love you so much. Thank you for being here. And for those who are new, welcome. If this is your sun, moon, or rising, then by all means, Cancer, you are in the right place. And this video is for you. All right, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about, number 1, lighting the candle and get that thing going so we'll have some good vibes going, all right? And we'll set that over here. This is that chakra candle with all the good colors and all the good vibes. It's really yummy. I like it. Okay, so I have a couple of messages from my guides. My guides are telling us that it's important for us to stay busy in the month of November, meaning not crazy busy or whatever. It's very focused on our tasks. Okay, so once we stay very focused on our tasks, some really cool things happen. Number 1, we don't get caught up in the periphery stuff, which is really serious stuff that's going on the outside, right? That we can't necessarily control or make better or whatever. So, but it can really influence us and make us want to sit still or, you know, hole up in our house. So, instead of holding up in our house, we're going to stay on task. We're going to stay vigilant about what we're doing and what we bring to the way the universe works, because we have jobs, we have situations that we're in, we have things that we're supposed to be doing. And the school teachers need to go to school and teach the kids. And there's things going on out there that we can't fix, change, or alter. And it's going to make us a little nuts. If we focus on that, we may not get out of bed. Okay, so, and if you are a person who is being influenced by that outside stuff, I'm here with you. My heart is with you. It really is quite a lot, and I really feel for all of you. It will be what it's supposed to be. There is a state of grace over us, I believe. And we are all doing what needs doing in the moment to do what has to happen, all right? So know that I'm here with you, and you're not alone, okay? Do reach out if you need to or want to, and I will definitely be there for you, all right? The other message I have from my guides is we're talking about how keeping your dear ones close, and building bonds and relationships with other people. So you might not necessarily have spoken to your neighbor in the past, but now you want to get to know your neighbor a little bit. You want to have a little conversation here or there. It's about building our personal posse, so to speak. We're building up a team of people that we know we can trust, that we can go to or bond with when things get weird, right? So we will have people we know are of like mind to us, and we can build those relationships. So our relationships are more important than ever, especially as you might move around or do things outside of the normal of you may be a person who lives in your house and never travels, or you might be like myself who travels around a lot. So my posse is all over the country, and so I have to stay in contact with them any which way I can, and it's always interesting, but it's also its own challenge. So here we are, and we're doing that thing that we got to do, and by staying in contact, we build up that comfort blanket that keeps us comfortable no matter what's going on, okay? Those people will be your supporters no matter where you are, okay? And we like that. The more the bonds are there, the better, all right? Excellent. So you need a guiding card for the month, don't you? Let's get in there. So we're going to use this beautiful deck. This is the Mythic Tarot. And we're going to go ahead and find you, Cancer, a card for the month. This is a card we will look at every week that reminds us of what's going on and what your theme, what your guiding card is. And there it is, right there. So this is not something this is one you'll see a lot. All right. So your guiding card for the month is the King of Pentacles. That is the King of Pentacles. This is about you mastering your money and your money being mastered. So good for you. You're building a foundation for your finances. You're paying attention to getting good deals no matter where you go. You're paying attention to all of those things. And how is your money working for you? How are you working for your money? All of that is going to be critically important at this time. Take good care. Make sure that your money isn't falling through the cracks, okay? Cool. I'm going to put this over here, and we'll talk about that every week, as I said before. And it's going to be like your mission throughout the month of November. All right? So let's go ahead and look at the rest of the cards, huh? So we have the Tempest deck, which is going to be used for the overview. We're going to go ahead and set that right there. And this deck here is a Morgan-Greer Tarot. We're going to use it for your mystery card. So yeah, we're going to get that mystery card for you. It's right there. All right, we're going to set this card over here, over by Woody. Woody's going to keep an eye on that. Woody is the little tortoise we have. Thanks so much for all those who helped name him. I appreciate you. I'll set those up there. All right. We'll look at that at the end of the video, and it'll give more clarity to what's going on for you for this week. All right. So let's go ahead and lay these cards out. This is going to be the 4 columns of cards for the overview, and 3 rows where you are, what's blocking you, what your solution is. And this is the Tempest deck, which is super cool. Very piratey, which I really like. It's the nicest one I've seen. So let's see what's going on here. All right. So like I said, we're going to go in depth on this first week at the end of the video. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, Cancer? So in the first week of November, we have the 2nd through the 8th of November. You will have all the tools at your disposal to make anything happen that you want. So you will be able to create and get after whatever you need to do. But you can't just sit on the couch and wait for it to happen. You have to do some proactivity and make things happen. All right? Very cool. This card here is talking about what's blocking you. There will be something maybe around the house or your job. The thing that creates your foundation might well be making things more difficult for you. They could be blocking you. And it has to do with, I feel like there might be a house project that needs to get done, which means that it might stall you from doing what you want to do. Be aware of what you're working with and what's going on, and see what happens with that, okay? Like I said, we'll go in depth on this at the end of the video, so we'll find out more information then. Oh, but there will be an opportunity to take all your ideas and go if you want to. All right? Super cool. So I really like the idea that my Cancer you could very well be saying, you know what, I've got all my tools. Let me just pack the van and let's get out of here. We're out of here. Yeah, if something's going wrong at the house again, I don't want to be here for it. Let's go. So there's a lot of change possible here. We'll look at it more at the end. Okay? Next week over, we're talking about the 9th through the 15th of November. 6 of Cups. This is you sharing your feelings, sharing your heart with somebody. This could be also you listening to somebody else, sharing their feelings. You could very easily be in a really nice position at this point where you're able to connect with other people that you know and care about. This could be family. This could be not family. But whatever it is, you're feeling close to other people at this time, and your guard is down. Congratulations, Cancer. That is quite lovely. The next card is what's blocking you, 9th through the 15th. Relationships may not be like personal relationships may be on the outs right now, so you may not be meeting up with a new relationship or an old relationship, but this could be a partnership also. It doesn't have to be like a business partnership, might be on the outs as well. But it's not looking great right now for this particular relationship in this particular week, okay? So you're sharing your feelings isn't necessarily going to fix the relationship situation, all right? But your solution looks like using very good judgment. It might be a matter of timing, and this week looks like the timing is completely off, okay? So I want you to pay attention to what you're doing and how you're doing it so that you make sure you're handling your business, okay? And that you're rolling with the punches, but at the same time, you're not doling out any punches when the timing is off. I mean, if somebody's down already, we don't want to add additional weight to the situation, right? Okay, or maybe they're just treading water and you still don't want to add additional weight, okay? Because they might be having a hard time. You want to pay attention to what they're going through, hear their plight, and do what you can to help instead of hinder, okay? So, next week over is the 16th through the 22nd of November, and we have the Fool card, showing that you are going to be jumping right in very spontaneously into something brand new. This could be a work thing, a new hobby, a new workout situation. There's lots of opportunities for you to be working, okay, and working out. So whatever that means for you, you can be pushing forward in some new adventure, all right? Some of you won't be working at all, but it will be some new opportunity that presents, and it will be lovely and super exciting for you to begin something cool and interesting that will spark you and give you some excitement and flavor, and it'll be different than you're used to, but in a very good way, all right? It's going to be hard for you to keep your finances balanced right now. You might be spending a little extra than you expected, so you want to check your budget and make sure everything is cool, so that, I mean, you're not overspending too much and that you can recover, even if you just go on a little financial diet the next week or whatever. But you're going to be blocked from being very savvy this week, so you'll have a little spendy-wendy thing going on, all right? Take good care. But yeah, the hardest work will already be over this week, so this is beautiful. Your solution is that the hardest work is over. Whatever you've created at this point, as you leapt out and took care of paying for whatever you needed to take care of, you're going to have settled it. It's going to be very cool. I like this for you. This is good news, especially since you started out over here. I feel like there could be that could be about you moving or changing some situation. I'm getting a vibe of a move or a change that could be quite impressive for some of my beautiful Cancers. So keep that in mind, and it will be very interesting, right? Now then, final week of November, which is the 23rd through the 29th, 9 of Pentacles. You will have enough money to take care of yourself and a little bit extra to play with. This could be a payout of retirement funds, or for some of my folks. And for others, it will just be an understanding that my savings account is good to go. I am okay. I have saved some money for winter, and we're here. Let's do this, okay? So you'll want to budget it, of course, but you're definitely, something has matured and has grown into what it's supposed to be, so you're feeling better. The egg looks like an egg, not like a half-filled pitcher, all right? Good for you. The Four of Swords is here, showing that you are definitely having a beautiful, the foundation and power right now is actually blocked. Sorry, the Four of Swords is blocked right now. You are not feeling totally in control of the situation, although everything is super sweet. You're not in control of it, and that might be that you've invested it in such a way that it's an untouchable investment, where you don't get to touch with, you don't get to fiddle with it, you don't get to make anything better with it. You just got to like go, oh, okay, there it is. There it is. And that's interesting, okay? Be aware of that and take good care. But yeah, you don't get to control it anymore. Somebody else has it, and it's woohoo, out of your hands. But here's the solution, and that is things are going to get more fair one way or the other. Maybe the money will grow in a way that is better than when you have your hands on it. So whatever's going on, things will level out and become as they should be, okay? So it's beautiful. I really like this for you. You're having a good month. There's a lot of things changing, but it's going to be in a good way. All right, so we're going to save these cards off to one side, as we like to do, so that we can come back to them in other videos. So you can tune back in and get more information. And yes, these cards will be there for each of those weeks. So everything comes back to the same place, all right? Perfect. So let's go ahead and go and get more information on the first week, which is the 2nd through the 8th of November. I am using the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot to add more detail, okay? This is a beautiful little deck. I really enjoy it. All right, so let's talk about the 2nd through the 8th of November. You have all the tools at your disposal. You can make anything happen that you want to. You are being proactive. You're getting after it. You're making things happen. All right, very cool. You may have to fight for your ideas because not everyone's going to be on board with your plan. You're like, you want to do what? You're going to hear that a bit, okay? And don't be surprised. Just use your convincing argument to let them know why it makes sense for you to do what you want to do. And then they'll be on board because they'll be like, oh, okay. So you're basically expressing your dreams and goals to these people to convince them that, hey, this is where I'm going, this is what I'm doing, and this is why I'm doing it. And I'm going to be happy. So that's the important part, right? Cool. And once you've done all that, you're going to take a little break. And be like, okay, I had to fight for my wants, my needs, my desires, and now that's done. I'm able to take a moment and appreciate who I am, where I am, and what I'm doing. You're going to cocoon a little bit. You're going to take a little moment to really appreciate yourself and like, yeah, I did that. I created a space for myself. I created what I wanted, and it's going to be beautiful. So good for you. I love that. All right, so what's blocking you? We talked about the foundations you've got going on may be blocking you in a minute. It may be you've invested things in such a way that you don't have access to what you need in the moment. It could be there's a hole in the roof, or sorry about that. But you know, there could be something at the house that's stopping you from enjoying yourself or appreciating where you are. So there's something happening. Disrupt your space, okay? This could be a lot of activity around your house. It does feel something about your foundation. It could be work that's disrupted also. So if you're still working, there could be a disruption. There might be a lot of construction going on outside that makes it hard for you to do the thing that you do, mentally, emotionally, whatever, physically. So keep that in mind and know that you're feeling blocked in a lot of ways. I mean, if you have construction going on outside, your hermit's going to get a little disrupted, right? I'm like, I'm trying to do my thing. I'm trying to come up with a plan. I'm like, do what I want to do. It's going to be interesting. So keep that in mind. There will be a gentleman of like mind who's also going to be trying to block you. Maybe they'll be like, hey, check it out. You should come and do this. And you're like, you know, man, I'm kind of doing this. I'm doing what I want to do, and I'd like to relax a bit. I'm kind of over whatever that was. So whatever you've got going on there, man, not really my bag. So this is who you might be fighting for your ideas with, is this King of Wands. He is somebody you cared about and liked about, and like a brother from another mother, but the fact remains, their timing is crap. You're in a situation where you're recreating yourself the way you want to be, and they're showing up to say, hey, what if? And you're like, nope, not going to do it. The other thing blocking you is a big idea. So I feel like your buddy here is going to come up and say, hey, I have this big idea. What if we da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da? And it's not going to be a block, but it's going to be something that goes into your head and rumbles around like a freaking wild vine. You're like, oh man, what is this crazy weed that's in here? It's making me think about it. I mean, so sometimes, like for instance, if you've decided, hey, I'm retired, I'm going to do what I want to do, I'm going to go to the Maldives and set up shop over there. doing what I want to do and sell little palm trees to other people as trinkets. Okay, so that's the vision of what you want to do. You're going to go here in hermit mode. You're packing bags, you're packing boxes, you're doing your thing. There's a hole in the roof or construction outside. Your buddy calls you and says, hey, want to come back to work? I got this thing going on. And you're like, oh, and he's like, this is what the project is, da, 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 da. And you're like, And so he's still saying, he's giving you enough information to distract you from your palm trees and your whole Maldives situation. You're like, oh man. So it's still in the back of your head and you're like, it's slowing you down. Your feet are heavier. You're feeling like, oh, am I walking away from good money? Am I walking away from a good opportunity? Am I walking away when I shouldn't be? And then your solution is to keep going with the palm trees, okay? Keep going with what you started. Keep going with what your ideas were. They are a little bit heavy, but at the same time, we want you to take your ideas and move on down the road, okay? Stalling out, when you've already put so many things in motion, it's like you've already left notice that you're going to be gone from your apartment by the end of November, and presto changeo, this guy's like, oh, come on, we got a job that goes into December. It'll be great. Come on over. We'll work November, December, even to January. And you're like, I don't necessarily want to tell my landlord that I got to fix that and change that. So you're going to say no, I think, to this situation. It's going to be irritating to have it rumbling around in the back of your head when you were set to go. You were set to go. You were like, nope, I got this all figured out. I've got a plan. I plotted my course. I know where to get my little palm trees. I know where I'm landing. Everything is cool. You're on it. You're going to stay in it. Your solution is to stay motivated towards what your goal is. You're going to be using extremely good judgment at this time to realize what you're gaining by working with that person for 2 or 3 more months isn't going to be what you gain by just keeping going, right? You've done everything you needed to do. You don't need more. And what little more this would be wouldn't change much. It would just be you keeping busy and helping your buddy out. So use very good judgment in the moment. Be kind in how you sell him the idea that you're on your merry way. And once again, you'll be selling your idea to him, and in the end, you're going to have a marriage of ideas. Things are going to come together where he gets it, you get it, everybody's cool, and everybody's okay. And you'll be toasting some beers. You'll be having some moments of camaraderie in the moment, appreciation of one another, without having to stay in the same place doing the same thing. And it's like an amicable parting of ways of coworkers, right? Does that make sense? It doesn't feel like a relationship situation, so don't be alarmed. But like I said, it'll be an amicable parting of ways. So for those of you who aren't retiring or whatever, there's going to be somebody you've been working with who's going to come up and say, hey, we should get together and do this project. Come on, let's do this project. And you're like, I really am busy over here doing this other thing. I'm going to stay doing my other thing. I'm going to keep fighting for it. I'm going to use good judgment in how I talk to you about the fact that I'm not doing anything else. And we're going to have a meeting of the minds, and you're going to let me go do my thing. All right? So this is cool. I really like how you're going to get yourself where you want to go, and you're going to use those convincing arguments. It's going to be lovely. Very cool. So let's go ahead and use this beautiful Path of the Soul deck for an extra card, a little extra message for you. What do we have for Cancer? There it is. All right. So this deck is super cool. I think you'll like it. Oh my, wow, cool. Yeah, this is beautiful. This is about you growing something new. This is about you planting a beautiful seed, coming to understand that as you nurture your beautiful seed, your beautiful idea, your beautiful concept, it's growing. It's already growing. You don't want to stop it growing to go back and do something else. You don't want to change anything. You have it. It's on trajectory to be a beautiful tree at a certain time. And you're like, nope, I got to stick with it. I want to keep nurturing this tree. I want to feed it. I want to love upon it. I want to give it all the things that it needs. There's so much beauty in this moment. This is you watering and loving upon and adding magic to it and giving it what it needs so that you can really get after this. This is a beautiful moment in time. Cancer, you are taking good care of what you're growing and what you're building for yourself. And I think you're going to have a lovely time in the Maldives, man. Okay? You deserve a break, and it's going to be beautiful. All right. So let's get that mystery card. Thanks, Woody, for keeping an eye out. We have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is all about a lady of like mind. That you will have somebody in the mix who appreciates your goal, appreciates your plan. Maybe she's going to meet you there in the Maldives, and she's like, yeah, you got to stay on point, big boy. Let's go. So she's going to be encouraging you to stay true to who you are and what you want, so that you guys can meet up there and have a really nice time. This is beautiful. What's growing in the pot? That big old sunflower, right? That sunflower right there. Cool. So yeah, it's definitely you and her, and you're working it out. You're coming together in a way that's going to be very lovely. You're going to have an opportunity, and you don't have to be on your own when you get where you're going, all right? This is a person who's in support of you. This could also be a good friend, good relative, good pal, who is in support of whatever you're working on, and she'll be the one cheerleading for you and making sure you stay on track, because yeah, it's easy to get distracted. So we want you to stay not distracted and be prepared for this little opportunity. Oh, but it's a great opportunity. Of course it's a great opportunity, but go find someone else. I already got my plan. And I have somebody here who's going to keep me on track, and we're going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Perfect. So you're having a good time, but you're going to let them down gently and have a meeting of the minds as you walk away, okay? So you'll have them, you might have a box of paperwork that you need to hand to them as part of your, look, I'm happy to share the information we had before with you, and here, go ahead and take that information. I need to go and do something else, but this is great. Thank you very much. Here's the box. All right, cool. Now then, you need a pocket full of rocks. All right, so we have black obsidian, black tourmaline, and green apatite. All right, so black tourmaline is about staying grounded. It's a first chakra stone. It keeps us grounded. It keeps us aware of what's happening around us. We are definitely in a position to appreciate being of the earth plane and very practical. It keeps us in our practicality. It keeps us in our body. It keeps us where we belong. Okay. Black obsidian is here to help absorb all the negative feelings and ideas when you're having a little fight over here to get people on your page. It's going to suck up their negativity so that it doesn't really come into your heart, because you don't need it. You don't need anything distracting you or causing you to feel like you're doing it wrong. Because who's to say you're doing it wrong? You're doing you. That's what you're doing, and that's who you should be doing. Because if you're not doing you, who's going to do you, right? So take good care of yourself. By all means, be aware that you're wanting to stay positive, stay friendly, stay capable, and all those things, and that's going to be great. This here is green apatite, and it is a third chakra stone. And as a third chakra stone, it really does, in your third chakra, I've been taught that you store memories, feelings, and emotions. So those things are being healed in a very interesting way. So they're not going too deep. We're taking pretty much the surfacey stuff, the things that are bubbling up in the moment. I feel like your worth and your value is on the surface right now, and your dreams and goals as well. So you're nurturing your dreams and goals and your worth and your value, and you're standing up for who you are as a person who makes your own darn decisions and come what may. It may not be perfect timing for your buddy, but guess what? It's okay. It doesn't have to always be perfect for anyone else. This is that intention of me first, then you. Because we sometimes, or we've spent a great deal of our lives being told it's all about being in service to others. Well, you're stepping into a time when you're going to think about you first, and that's okay. This is okay. This is good timing. So be gentle, be kind, use good judgment when you do it, but you're going to be releasing those people from their obligation to be, you're not saying, I'll never help you ever again, go away. You're saying, I'm not available this time, and I'm going to go do something kind of cool. So I'll be in touch, and I wish you luck. Here's a box of information that you might need to help you redo that thing that you're going to do, and then you're going to be done. You're going to be like, okay, cool. Whatever that was, I'm good to go. I feel free. I've given you everything I had, and now I'm going to go do something for me. Thanks. So I love that. It's very cool. Well done. You're healing that part of you, and you're going to be feeling very good about yourself because you're putting yourself first, as you should. All right. So I'm going to set these stones down right here. All right. Oh, Cancer, my goodness, what a big deal. This is kind of a neato. I really like to see this kind of growth and this backbone, this sort of intensity that you're bringing to the table, but it's not even super intense. You're doing it in a super friendly way, and I love it. It's super neat because life gets weird, right? We have lots of opportunities to, but this is all good. This is people offering you an opportunity, and you're like, hey, man, that's cool, appreciate it. But I've got a plan, and you're going to take care of it, and it's going to be awesome. So no one's feelings are going to get crushed or anything. No one's mad at the end of the day. It's just, all right, recalculating. And that's how your friends who offer you this gig are going to be, is like, okay, I got to recalculate. I got to come up with a new plan. And that'll be fine, and it'll be okay. So you're not letting anyone down. You're able to not let yourself down either, which I think is kind of a neat trick, because we've done that plenty. All right? So we're going to go ahead and talk about 9th through the 15th in the next video. But I want to also thank you all for your likes, shares, and subscribes. You all matter to me so much, and I'm so close to 1,000 followers. I'm so excited. Also, if you want to look down in the description box, which you can find the little more button at the end of the title of my thing, there's a little more button. It'll give you the drop-down menu that'll tell you all about what I'm talking about. It's the description box where you'll find a list of all the decks that I'm using that you can get on Amazon or Etsy. You'll also see a full list of all the fairs that I go to. And when you see that list of fairs, you'll be able to see where I'll be, when I'll be. You can come on out and get an in-person reading from me, which will be super fun for both of us. And of course, if you can't make it out to the fair, I completely understand. So go ahead and check it out. But there's a link down there where you can contact me and we'll do a phone reading, all right? So that way I can be there for you and you can sit in your jammies and get taken care of, all right? Thank you so much again, and we will talk to you next week, all right? See you then.